Oh, I'm Hunter. Z, infected. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. C, Z is 1, 2, 3. uh, so this is my IACL Season 3, Week 1 battle versus Cursi. Cursi is a Season 1 coach, left, or wasn't here for Season 2, and came back for Season 3, which is great. So here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm going to show the battle, explain my plays, everything like that. And then I'm going to go over my team. So, first battle, then team. So, first things first, this is like 2 weeks late or something. That's because I've been very busy. And, well, since there's no real uploading schedule for the IACL, I don't see myself too pressured to have to upload as quickly as possible. Like for the NPL minors, that's more scheduled for uploading if you are uploading. But here it's like, well, just upload if you want. If you don't, then oh well. I'm trying to go through this as quickly as possible, and you might notice a couple of jumps here and there, like cuts. That's because I stopped recording, then I start again because something came up. So I'm trying to be quick about this, and as you saw over here, you can see my week 2 team, and I'm not worried about that. I already battled King. I'll go over that, and like I'm gonna record that right after this. So I guess we'll get right into the battle. I don't think there's much else to explain. Oh yeah, one more thing. This was originally gonna be a live, but I didn't like the live, and it would take too long to edit out where I just don't talk. So, like, it took forever to edit my battle against Josh for Season 2 in Week 10. So, yeah. Oh. So I lead with my Scarf Terrakion, because against Weavile, this thing, Tornadus T, Creedilly, and Tentacruel to an extent, it'd be very nice. Now, against this thing, however, yes, I am faster, and yes, I can OHKO it. However, I do not want to risk, for the second time in a row, at the beginning of a season, my win condition. Because week 1, ICL Season 1, my first, like, real league, I guess you could call it, even though it was still just in the makings, I had a Lando T, and my opponent's team was so weak to ground, it was not even funny, and I sacked it turn 1 to a Scarf Ice Beaming, I don't even know what it's called. The smaller Greninja. Screw that thing. I hate that frog. Man, I forgot what it's called. So, I didn't want to risk a Scarf Focus Blast Raichu. And I didn't do the calcs to see if it would OHKO, but I didn't care either. So I go into my Clefable to take any potential Focus Blast. However, he does reveal the Fake Out Life Orb, meaning he was definitely not Scarf Focus Blast, meaning I can OHKO this thing when Terrakion comes in on this again. So that's always nice. I do some calcs here, and I don't know, I never really found out what kind of set this was. I thought it was fully physical, but then Volt Switch here does a lot, so I was like, what, is this like mixed or something? He goes into his Quagsire, and I'm thinking, can I trap this and just Calm Mind win now? However, he does pull a double as I bring in my Gothitelle. He pulls a double into his Tentacruel, which is pretty funny. So now I'm just thinking, darn, that's a darn shame. But then I'm thinking, maybe he overpredicted, expecting something else, and goes into his Tentacruel for as a counter to whatever he was expecting, when really, now I trap the Poison type with my Psychic type and can do a ton of damage with Psychic, right? Well, I had a Culver Berry, and I did not want to lose that just yet, when I can easily Calm Mind on the Quagsire or Creedilly instead, and not have to lose my Culver Berry in fear of knockoff. So I do switch back into my Politoed on a Reflect type, meaning he would have been a Psychic type if I stayed in, and I wouldn't be able to touch it with Gothitelle. And then as for Politoed here, thanks to Reflect type, that actually hurts him more than helps him when he Reflect typed my Politoed, because now I can freely Toxic anything. Because I am running Toxic Politoed, and as you may have noticed, I'm not actually Drizzle Politoed. I didn't bring my Why Not, Kabutops, Mega Swampert, or my what Noivern, that's what it is. I didn't bring any of them. Why? Because I didn't. I'll explain that later when I do the team builder part of this video. But he pulls out the Reflect type. I can freely poison something. He brought Black Sledge on accident, I guess, instead of leftovers, so that's pretty funny. I do get the Toxic on this, which is great for me in a sense, because this was his best Rotom switch-in, meaning it's gonna get worn down a lot easier. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, I predicted Weavile, Tornadus T, Cradily, Raichu, and one of either Quagsire or Tentacruel to come. I didn't expect both Quagsire and Tentacruel, and instead of, like, I think I expected Tentacruel, and instead of Quagsire, I expected Sableye, because Sableye can get that Prankster Will-O-Wisp on my Mega Swampert so it doesn't sweep him or something like that, which actually could have swept him if I'd brought it, but I was really afraid of that Sableye. Kind of ironic, really, that he has both Sableye and Tornadus T. So, there was a cut there, and I don't know where I left off. I think I was explaining why getting rid of Cradily would have been great for Runamo or something. Oh, I was expecting Sableye, I said, I think. I don't remember. But let's just continue this battle and try to get it over with. So, I switch into my Clefable because I didn't want to catch a Toxic. I expected the Toxic, and as you can see, he does reveal the Toxic. And I'm Magic Guard Clefable, so that's fine by me. And I go for Moonblast, I just want some damage. He pulls out the Gastro Acid. And that's pretty cool. I guess Gastro Acid was for this thing's Magic Guard, so then Poison hurts me, and Gothitel's Shadow Tag so he doesn't get trapped, which was pretty clever. However, I don't know what item he was. So I go into Terrakion. I wasn't expecting Grass move or Toxic, so that's why I went into Terrakion. It pulls out, as you see. I pull out the Rock Slide. Not Stone Edge, even though I would have hit, but I saw no reason to risk it. I'm pretty sure Rock Slide would OHKO a Tornadus T. I go into my Gothitelle again. I'm trying to trap it, but instead I trap this, and Psychic won't kill, but unless he recovers, it should be dying. So getting rid of this is always nice and dandy. And in comes in the Weavile. I was praying he wouldn't pursue. And he didn't, as you can see. He was a low kick set, as I think he reveals. Yes, he revealed low kick. Probably for Terrakion. He switches on my Morning Sun into Quagsire, and he pulls a double again. I go into my Rotom-Mow, expecting the double. Not sure what I was expecting the double into. I was just expecting him to double into something. Clearly it was like, I wanted to Volt Switch here, I really did, but Leaf Storm hit 4 out of 5 Mons, Volt Switch hit 3 out of 5, so I saw the Leaf Storm as a better option. As you can see, it did a hefty amount to this. But again, it's Tornadus T. I go into my dedicated wall to this, which is my Politoed. And he was expecting... He went for the super effective move that most likely OHKO'd my Rotom-Mow, and it covered the Clefable switch-in, so that was smart. However, that was not my dedicated switch-in, so... Politoed. Yay. I go for the Scald. He has no switch-ins. He doesn't appreciate burns on anything. I would love to Toxic this Tentacruel, which became an instant problem. So, I go into Gothitelle to bait the Reflect type, and I was going to double back into Politoed on the Reflect type, so I get another free Toxic. However, he goes straight for the knockoff, which was so unfortunate. and that sucks. That actually hurt me. And I was hoping he would reflect type, but he doesn't. He just goes for the sword stance, revealing he's a physically offensive, speedy Tentacruel. And this is an issue for me, and I need to burn this. So at this point, I'm just gonna sack Politoed in hopes of a burn. If I get the burn, I won't have to sack Politoed. However, I do not get the burn, and Poison Jab will kill me the following turn after. And now that I know his full set, I can easily go into Arcanine. And now that I think about it, this was a bad play on my part. Because if he actually went for the Reflect type, he would be immune to the Will-O-Wisp. I'm so bad. But then again, I would have gone straight into Terrakion, I guess. I don't know, that was a bad play on my part. Whoopsie. And the reason I didn't go into Rotom-O was because I was sure he was going to be a fast variant of Tentacruel, which would OHKO my Rotom-O. So there's that. I don't know, I'm pretty bad. So, I doubled last time into Rotom-O, so expecting him to expect my double, I didn't go into Rotom-O this time. And I go into my Gothitelle, and this part gets a little long. He pulls out Amnesia, so that's pretty cool. But, that's just, yeah. Like, after 4 Calm Minds, I realized, crap, he had Unaware. Or he has Unaware, and I was like, I'm bad. Oh, no. There. So, I forgot all about Unaware. So this turned out, it's a really long battle. Was it worth it? Yes, I think it was definitely worth it. Because I get rid of Quagsire, which is his main Terrakion switching. Now he's gonna have more trouble switching into Terrakion than he had before. So that's always great. This guy thought this was the Uber slider. No. But yeah. So he goes into Weavile. I go into my wall being Arcanine. He knocks off my leftovers, which that did nothing by the way. And I pull a double into my Rotom-O. Did not work out, however, I did keep Gothitelle around just for sacking it to this. Now, this Hurricane Mist may or may not matter. I honestly do not know. In one sense, it really did matter. In another sense, it did not matter at all. And people are like getting mad at me because I hit all my Hurricanes last season and Cursi's missed already. But yeah, so I have easy switch-ins. As you can see, I Will-O-Wisp here because it was a free Will-O-Wisp, honestly. I stain and I should Morning Sun. Hopefully I'm not bad. Okay, I'm not bad. I did in fact Morning Sun, and this should end in like 10 turns, maybe? So again, I go into my sack, being Gothitelle. And then, so here, I really thought this Rock Slide would kill. It did not kill. And now he's just like, oh man. Because now he gets a free Hurricane, watch. And he gets the Confusion. So there's too much at risk for me to Rock Slide again. Because I can hit myself in Confusion and then die. Or I can miss. It was not worth it. Plus he has Grass Knot to see reveals, which I think could have actually OHKO'd me. So I extreme speed wanting to get rid of this. I decide to sack off Rotom-O because it's not faster than Weavile or the Tentacruel, and it's gonna die to all 3 of his Mons. He misses another Hurricane, which may have mattered. I don't know. But I decided to Volt Switch because if I can keep this, I can have another sack still. And here I could have Rock Slided. I'm pretty sure I calced it and it killed. However, I decided EQ was just all around better because I didn't expect him to go straight into Tornadus T on a possible Rock Slide. That could have been a bad play. So I sack my Rotom-O now. And Now I can just go into my Terrakion and Rock Slide, and not wanting to risk some differential and missing, I decide I'll just go straight into Arcanine. And just, I Morning Sun here because I don't want to die to recoil for Flare Blitz. And there we go. It's over. That's my battle against Cursi. I win 3-0 after some stall with Gothitelle versus Quagsire, which was worth it because I needed Quagsire out of the way. Now, time for the team building part. Oh no, I've been disconnected. How unfortunate. So first things first, Rotomo, choice specs. It hurt his entire team except for, well, nothing appreciated or wanted to switch in on this guy. Whoops, sorry if you heard that, but I'm probably not gonna edit that out because it's too much work. Or that one. So his Leaf Storm switch-in is a Tornadus and Staraptor. He also has a Mega Houndoom, but that wouldn't make sense to bring when I have a Rain team, which he didn't bring. So that made sense, I guess. Anyways, so basically the dual stab here hit his entire team, and with I have enough speed investment to outspeed min speed Tentacruel with like ADVs and speed, and then a max special attack Modest to deal out as much damage as possible. The rest I put into HP to take hits better, and then Trick is there for Quagsire and Tentacruel and Cradily and Sableye. So really, yeah, it's just a wall breaker, kind of. Next up is Terrakion, True Scarf. I want to outspeed that Weavile, I want to outspeed that Tornadus T, I want to outspeed that Ambipom. So close combat Rock Slide combo really hurt his team. Earthquake was for Tentacruel and Raichu and Mega Houndoom, even though I have my dual stab that hurts Mega Houndoom anyway. Then Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks was a thing that I decided to bring just as a filler move because I didn't know what else to bring. And it's enough speed to outspeed a max speed Jolly Scarf Staraptor. Next up is my Arcanine. So I already showed my two wall breakers. So here's my physically defensive wall. So here's my physically defensive wall, being Arcanine, switch into Weavile, switch into Staraptor, switch into Ambipom. And I was confident in Weavile coming, so Weavile switch in. It's Flare Blitz for his majority of the team, Will-O-Wisp for his physical attackers, Extreme Speed for anything faster, and Morning Sun because of health. I don't really think I need to explain this all too much, so I guess I'll move on to Gothitelle. Gothitelle, this was meant to sweep his team, and it was supposed to set up on Quagsire or even Cradily. So it's Shadow Tag, Calm Mind Rest, Psychic and Energy Ball. I forgot about Unaware. And then when I was at full, after taking 0 from a Scald Quagsire, I would take a knockoff from Weavile with my Culver Berry, and then Oko it with Energy Ball. That was the plan. It didn't work out, as you saw. Energy Ball was to hit Quagsire and what? Yeah, just Quagsire, I think, and Weavile. Just to hit the things that Psychic won't hit. I mean, of course there's Mega Houndoom, but again, I didn't feel the need to prep for that because it was against a Rain team, and you're insane if you bring a Mega Houndoom against a Rain team. Speaking of Rain teams, here's Politoed, my specially defensive dedicated wall for Tornadus T. Water Absorb because he has a Tentacruel and a Politoed. No, not a Politoed. He has a Quagsire and a Tentacruel, so switch into Tentacruel too. Toxic for his Quagsire, for Sableye, for Cradily. Scald for Burning Tentacruel for Mega Houndoom. Oh yeah, this is also Wall-Tap Mega Houndoom. Ice Beam is for Tornadus for Staraptor. And then Rest is so then I can keep this guy alive. Max Special Defense, Max HP, 8 Speed EVs. Again, just a wall for Tornadus T. Now, Clefable, the thing that was only in for 2 turns, and that's about it. Leftovers, Magic Guard, Calm Mind, Soft Blow, Moonblast, Grass Knot. It was another Calm Mind sweeper. Grass Knot was there for Quagsire and Tentacruel. I don't know what else to say about this. Moonblast was pretty much hit everything else. I could have brought Psychic for Tentacruel, but again, since it was an unaware Quagsire, I wanted Grass Knot to hit it 4 times super effectively, and I think that's all. Calm Mind sets up on a lot of things, like, I don't know, Raichu. Physically defensive, obviously, because I'm Calm Mind. And Weebell, things like that. I don't know how to what else to say about this. Yeah, that's the team. I'm trying to speed this up as quickly as possible, because after all this recording, I'm going to have to first edit, and then upload, and then, while editing and uploading, I need to, you know, do homework, because it's Sunday. RIP. So, time to go do the King Battle. Yay! So, I start off the season 1-0, plus 3 differential.